today's recipe, I'm going to make a carob sponge cake with a Carob Ganache frosting. I'm rolling my sleeves up, literally my short sleeves, and we're going to do some baking. Now, I made this recipe yesterday and I loved it. I loved it so much that I just knew that I was going to share it via video. I just wanted to bring it to that other level. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the main ingredient. And that main ingredient, and the reason why I'm wearing my Eat Raw Live Long OneLuckyDuck.com t-shirt is because of this product. So today we're using Carob Powder. Now don't click off. Don't click off. Stay. It's just a weird thing because you see it and you're like, oh, it's chocolate. It's going to taste exactly like chocolate. And then you taste it and it's not chocolate. Carob is a lot sweeter. It doesn't have any of the caffeine that chocolate has. A lot of people I know are allergic to chocolate. They're not allergic to carob. Carob, I know a lot of parents who like to give it to their kids in place of chocolate. If you're the type of person who's like, oh, carob, I'm gonna make some chocolate chip cookies and put carob chips in it, and then you bite into one and it's like, oh, this is not chocolate. What is this? Carob. You know, we've all been there. That's not what we should do to carob. Carob is its own unique thing, and it's just, once you embrace the flavor, I think you'll find that once you let go of all the expectations of what it's supposed to taste like, it's so good. It like has this sweet, nutty flavor, smell, aroma that's so strong. It looks like chocolate. It has that warmth of chocolate, but it doesn't have any of the bitterness, like the harshness. It's just very sweet and bright and nutty. We're gonna start off by making our Carob Ganache. For the ganache, the recipe is really difficult, guys. 1 part carob powder, 1 part coconut oil. There you have it. Super easy. You don't want rock hard coconut oil. You don't want it to be melted. You want it to be like this, where it's like butter. It's got a powder. It's powdery. Woo! Inhaling carobs. You just start mashing around, smashing the coconut oil into the carob. And I do this for about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes. You want to do it for a good while so that all those little clumps get dissolved. And you can see it's already like getting there. Smash. This is like the easiest frosting ever. That natural sweetness in carob makes this so easy. There. Boom. Done. Like under a minute. I got this really delicious chocolate carob. Carob chocolate. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Chocolate ganache. I guess it's Carob Ganache. Okay. So then we just take our Carob Ganache frosting, put it in a separate container. Here's our Carob Ganache. This will be our frosting. Set that aside. And then we're going to get started on our cake. 2/3 of a cup of flour. And then we take our sweetener, which is a 1/2 cup of coconut sugar, which I love. It adds this like coconutty, brown, sugary kind of flavor. 3/4 of a teaspoon of pink salt and about 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Fun. I like having everything ready. And then I'm gonna add like a dash of cinnamon because I put cinnamon in so many things. And then we just take all of our dry ingredients and just stir them around. Oh, I almost forgot the carob. Okay. I love this stuff. It smells so good. I don't have any fun facts about carob right now, but I'm going to put them at the bottom of the screen. Let's see, let's leave a few seconds to read the bottom of the screen. Fact number 1. Interesting. Fact number 2 about carob. Okay, now I feel better. So a 1/2 cup of carob. Oh, watch out for the carob dust. And then you can stir all the dry together. I mean, that smells like carob. That's okay. For our wet, what I'm going to be using is coconut oil, some silken tofu, and then a shot of espresso. So that needs to be blended. So we take our 12 ounces of silken tofu, slice off the top of these things, and you can kind of drain out the water, the excess water, and then add it in. And then you want a 1/3 cup of the softened virgin coconut oil. And then our shot of espresso. This one cooled down a bit, which is good. You don't want to pour it in there too warm because it could actually kind of scramble the tofu, which you don't want. So put that in. Ooh. There. Okay, easy. And you can see it actually smells really good. So then we just pour our wet, and you can use a beater too, fancy kitchen if you have one. And then we just stir. Stir it around, kind of like a mousse. It's very, kind of like a thick, it's kind of like a thick texture. And we're just going to pour lightly greased 8-inch baking dish. And this is our sponge cake. Then you're just going to take this and pop it in a 350-degree oven for about 25 minutes, or until the edges of the cake start to pull away from the pan. And if you press down on that center, it feels fluffy and cooked through. And then you're going to take your chocolate ganache frosting and literally just spread it over top your cooled down cake. And what I actually did, which is kind of fun, you'll see in the full blog post, is I took this cookie cutter and I stamped out some hearts once the sponge cake was like cooled. They cut out very nicely. You can just cut it out into squares and add that frosting over top. And you can use as little or as lot of frosting as you want. This one already has some frosting, but I'll add a little more. So you just add it and you spread it, and it's just carob goodness here. So this is our carob cake, and it's just a delicious vegan dessert that you can make and snack on during the day, because you know what, there's like protein in it from the tofu. So now, all there really is left to do is to enjoy the cake. It's really, really yummy. So, I hope you guys can try this. Carob in the frosting, carob in the cake, coconut oil. It's just a carob bliss dessert. So, give this a try. And if you think you don't like carob, after tasting this, if you still don't like carob, then I can't help you. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me today. Remember, you can get more of my vegan recipes on lunchboxbunch.com, Healthy Happy Life, findingvegan.com, and meet me back here on my YouTube channel for more vegan recipes from my kitchen to your kitchen. So thank you for joining me on this carob cake journey today. I hope you try this because I know you're going to love it. Seriously, guys. So, bye.